Picture Brazil. What comes to mind? Exotic beaches, vibrant cultures, or perhaps the supposed danger lurking in its cities? As we embark on this journey, let's challenge those preconceived notions. Brazil, a country brimming with life and history, is often misunderstood. Its cities, Salvador, Manaus, Porto Alegre, Sao Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro, are often painted with broad strokes of fear and trepidation. But are they really as dangerous as they're made out to be? In truth, instances of violence are often unrelated to the average tourist experience or targeted at naive individuals flaunting their wealth. This isn't unique to Brazil, but a global phenomenon. Decades ago, UNESCO highlighted that personal violence is often linked to unequal income distribution, a problem not exclusive to Brazil. Remember, tourist areas are heavily policed and the risk of harm is almost non-existent. So let's put the fears aside. Let's delve into the real stories from tourists who have experienced these cities firsthand. My journey begins in Salvador, a city pulsating with energy and culture. Picture yourself in a city where the rhythm of the music is as vibrant as the colors of the cityscape, where history whispers through the cobblestone streets, and the flavors of the local cuisine dance on your palate. This is my experience in Salvador, a city that welcomed me with open arms and heartwarming smiles. Let me share with you my encounter with Emily, a solo traveler from Canada, who spent a week immersed in Salvador's effervescent culture. She fondly described her days strolling through the streets of Pelourinho, the historic city center, brimming with beautifully preserved 17th century architecture. Emily was captivated, as was I, by the area's lively atmosphere, with its bustling squares, colorful buildings, and the enchanting rhythms of Afro-Brazilian music echoing through the air. I also met Alex and Sophie, a couple from Australia, who were drawn to Salvador's vibrant food scene. They relished in the opportunity to sample the city's unique blend of African, Portuguese, and indigenous flavors. From acarajé, a deep-fried ball of black-eyed pea dough filled with vatapá and caruru, to macaca, a sumptuous seafood stew, their culinary journey was a feast of flavors. And let's not forget John, an avid history buff from England, who was as enthralled as I was by Salvador's rich historical tapestry. He spent hours exploring the city's numerous museums and churches, each offering a unique window into Brazil's diverse cultural heritage. He was particularly moved by his visit to the Museum of Afro-Brazilian Culture, which tells the poignant story of the African diaspora in Brazil. In each of these encounters, there's a common thread, a city full of life, culture, and history. A city that's friendly, welcoming, and yes, safe. Like all travelers, we took basic precautions and our experiences were overwhelmingly positive. If you're looking for a destination that offers a vibrant cultural experience, put Salvador on your list. It's a city that pulses with energy, a city that invites you to immerse yourself in its rhythm, its flavors, and its stories. As you can see from my journey, Salvador offers an enriching and safe travel experience. Now, picture me right in the heart of the Amazon, in Manaus. My journey to Brazil was incomplete without a visit to Manaus, a city hidden deep in the thick canopy of the Amazon rainforest. Despite its remote setting, Manaus is teeming with life and culture, providing an unmatched fusion of urban existence and wild exploration. But let me share my own experiences and the tales of those I met in this lively city. Take, for example, a group of friends I met from the United States. They set off on a journey to Manaus, drawn by the city's rich history and the enchantment of the Amazon. Their days were filled with cordial interactions with locals, who were more than ready to share their culture and traditions. They showed me around the bustling Mercado Adolfo Lisboa, a local market selling everything from fresh Amazonian fruits to handcrafted souvenirs, all without a trace of danger or discomfort. Then, there was this solo traveler from Germany I met, who ventured into the Amazon led by a local guide. They introduced me to an assortment of wildlife, from capybaras to pink dolphins, all while navigating the complex waterways of the Amazon. The traveler told me how their guide, a native of Manaus, was not only a fountain of invaluable knowledge, but also a guarantor of their safety throughout the journey, and could overlook the culinary delights that Manaus has to offer. I remember a family of food lovers from Japan who relished the unique flavors of Amazonian cuisine, like the exotic fruit bowl of tapariba and cupuaçu, and the grilled tambaqui fish that left them eager for more. Each meal was not just a treat for their taste buds, but also a session of storytelling and laughter with the locals, strengthening the sense of safety and camaraderie. These stories, including mine, prove that Manaus, despite its reputation, is a city where travelers can safely immerse themselves in the marvels of the Amazon. It's a place where the exquisite beauty of the rainforest, the warmth of the people, and the richness of the culture come together to create an unforgettable experience. A city where the Amazon's splendor and local hospitality outweigh any perceived threat. My journey took me south to Porto Alegre, then to the bustling Sao Paulo, and finally, the world-renowned Rio de Janeiro. My first stop was the southern city of Porto Alegre. I found this vibrant city to be a melting pot of cultures, where European heritage meets Brazilian flair. I met John, an avid traveler from Ireland, who found Porto Alegre's architecture and nightlife mesmerizing. He shared with me his experiences exploring the city's rich history, visiting the Metropolitan Cathedral and the public market. As the sun set, described how he reveled in the city's buzzing nightlife, filled with samba music, laughter, and the clinking of glasses. He told me he never once felt or unsafe. My journey continued to Sao Paulo, the largest city in Brazil and a hub of diverse cultures. There I met Emily, a backpacker from Australia, who was taken aback by the city's rapid pace and towering skyscrapers. She found solace in the city's parks, especially Ibirapuera Park, where locals and tourists alike seek respite from the bustling city life. Emily also indulged in Sao Paulo's cuisine, savoring the city's famous pizza and feijoada, a hearty black bean stew. She told me how much she loved the city's vibrant art scene. Throughout her stay, Emily felt welcomed and safe, immersed in the city's vibrant culture and friendly people. Finally, I landed in the picturesque Rio de Janeiro, a city that needs no introduction. I met Thomas, a digital nomad from Canada, who shared his unforgettable experience in Rio. He spent his days strolling along the sun-kissed beaches, sipping on caipirinhas, and dancing to the rhythm of bossa nova. At night, he was enchanted by the view of the city from Sugarloaf Mountain. Thomas's experience was one of joy, discovery, and safety. These stories are but a glimpse into the experiences I encountered in these cities. They bear testament to the fact that safety and enjoyment can coexist in these so-called dangerous cities. Yes, these cities have their challenges, but they also have their charms, their cultures, and their warm, welcoming people. It's important to remember that perceptions of danger are skewed, and while it's crucial to be aware and cautious, it's equally important not to let unfounded fears cloud the potential for amazing experiences. If you're a history buff like me, a foodie, an art enthusiast, or a beach lover, there's a place for you in these cities. You'll find a wealth of experiences waiting to be discovered, from the southern charm of Porto Alegre, the bustling metropolis of Sao Paulo, to the captivating beauty of Rio de Janeiro. From Porto to Sao Paulo and ending in Rio, these cities offer more than what meets the eye, beyond the unfounded fears. Let me debunk the myth of danger in Brazil's cities from my own experience. I've had the privilege to explore the vibrant cities of Salvador, Manaus, Porto Alegre, Sao Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro, each with their unique charm. However, I've often noticed that the perceived threat of danger tends to overshadow their allure. To put things into perspective, I always remind myself that safety is a relative term. There isn't a single place on Earth that is entirely void of risk, but it's the magnitude of this risk that actually matters. In my experience with Brazilian cities, I've found that the risk is often blown out of proportion. A UNESCO report from decades ago that I came across pointed out that personal violence is related to unequal income distribution. This is not exclusive to Brazil, it's a global phenomenon. This doesn't imply that tourists are an easy target. In fact, most of the violence that occurs in these cities is unrelated to tourism. Think about it. The cities I've been talking about are top tourist destinations. They're heavily policed, especially in areas tourists frequent. The authorities do understand the importance of tourism, and they're committed to ensuring that visitors like me feel safe and welcomed. Remember the tales I shared from Salvador, the adventures in Manaus, and the captivating narratives from Porto Alegre, Sao Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro. The common thread among all these stories is that they were my experiences as a traveler who dared to venture beyond the stereotype. When I travel, I'm not just visiting a place. I'm immersing myself in a new culture, meeting people, trying new foods, and creating memories. So I implore you not to let the myth of danger deter you. Be aware, be respectful, and you'll find, like I did, that Brazil's cities have much more to offer than what meets eye. So, are you ready to explore Brazil beyond the stereotype and step into the rhythm of its cities? Welcome back to our journey through the vibrant cities of Brazil. From Salvador's colorful street art to Manaus's lush rainforest adventures and the pulsating rhythms of Porto Alegre, Sao Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro, we've debunked myths and discovered the true beauty of these dangerous cities. As we close our journey, we invite you to immerse yourself in the rhythm of Brazil's cities and explore beyond the stereotypes. Remember, safety is a relative term, and these cities have much more to offer than what meets the eye. If you enjoyed our journey, please share this video with your friends, like it, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting travels. Stay tuned for our next adventure. As we draw to a close on our exploration of Brazil, let's pause and marvel at the wonder of these urban landscapes we've traversed. From the breathtaking wilderness of Manaus to the energetic, bustling streets of Salvador, Porto Alegre, Sao Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro, we've plunged into the essence of Brazil's cities. Each city, with its distinct allure, has graced us with memorable moments and a treasure trove of narratives. Whether captivated by the hypnotic street art, the throbbing beats, or the heartwarming hospitality of the locals, each city possessed its unique magnetism. If these cities have touched your heart as they have ours, we encourage you not to limit your experience to our videos. Venture out, explore, and weave your unique Brazilian tales. When you do, kindly share your adventures with us in the comments section. We're eager to hear your stories. If you've enjoyed this voyage, please don't forget to share, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel. Your support propels us in our global escapades and allows us to bring more such captivating narratives to you. Here's to exploring many more cities together. Stay tuned for our next escapade.